soul friends, welcome to your reading. Today we're looking at your next big love breakthrough. The other day I posted your next big career breakthrough. This is all about love. And again, normally I focus on healing as well. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm Carolee and I help to give you clarity through life's toughest challenges. I'm a trauma-informed spiritual coach, advisor, healer, and yeah, so I really like to dig deep and see what's going on inside of you to help you align with your true self so that you can attract what you really desire and deserve in this life. So without further ado, let's get into it. We have pile 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pile 1 is the amethyst. Pile 2 is the sunstone. Pile 3 is this, I think it's like a purple jasper. I'm not exactly sure. And I keep meaning to look it up. I got it so long ago that I don't even remember. And then we have the healer stone here, pile number, 4 healer stone for pile number 4. And then the rose quartz with pile number 5. Take a moment, take a deep breath, choose the pile that resonates with you the most. Again, if there's other piles that you're drawn to, you are more than welcome to watch more than one pile. But yeah, happy pickings, and we'll see you in your reading. Hey, pile number 1, welcome to your reading, your next big love breakthrough. Let's take a look at what's going on. I'm going to put this oracle card over here, or in a place where you can, hold on, in a place where you can see it. Sorry, oh my goodness. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there, and we're going to take a look at it after we look at your oracle cards, or sorry, at your tarot cards. And we're going to pull some more oracle cards after we take a look at what the tarot is giving us. So we have the 3 of emotions. So that's 3 of cups, 3 of materials, 3 of pentacles, the number 4, emperor, the emperor, 9 of cups, 9 of emotions in this deck, 2 of materials, 2 of pentacles, and here we have the 10 of materials, 10 of pentacles at the end of your reading. And then I did pull the bottom of the deck energy for every single pile because I wanted to give that to you. Since I pre-selected the deck, so I just wanted you to know like what was at the bottom of the deck, which in your case was 21, the world. So I'm gonna put that next to that over here, I guess. Okay, perfect, beautiful. So let's get into these energies of what's going on with you and your next big breakthrough. I'm being really drawn to kind of the latter part of your reading. This reminds me of things that have happened in the past or that you're overcoming right now in terms of love. The 3-3, you have 2 3s, and then you have the 9, which is multiple of 3, 3, 3, 3. So I hear just like expansion, right? You're going through an ascension and an expansion, a spiritual ascension, so to speak. And it's like you've really learned how to step into your own with the Emperor here. Now, the Emperor is calling me. I'm going to clarify the Emperor because the Emperor is calling me in 2 different energies. But I feel like a lot of you, I'm hearing father wound, or like I'm hearing daddy issues, but what it means is the father wound. It's like you've been needing to or working on healing the father wound within you. Now, depending on how you identify or who you are, masculine or feminine energy, will kind of depend on how the father wound shows up for you. But but mostly if we look at the father wound, it has a lot to do with recognition, needing validation, needing support, the strong, loving support and guidance through the world. And maybe for a lot of you, you didn't have that with a father figure in your life, or that masculine energy that was meant to be supportive and loving and very protective and to show you your worth, show you how to love yourself if you're a feminine energy, and show you how to love another if you're more of a masculine energy, show you how to navigate challenges in the world, show you how to honor yourself and respect yourself. That will come about with the mother wound as well, but we don't talk about the father wound enough. If your father was somebody who was really absent or unavailable for you, that could really hurt. It could just feel like you're not worthy of attention or worthy of protection. And for a feminine energy, you could be going out throughout life and always looking for partners that invalidate you, or not that you're looking for it. You attract partners that invalidate you, that don't show up for you the way that you are worthy of, the way that you actually truly want. But it's because you were used to not being shown up for. Your father might have canceled a lot on you, or just was, working a lot and not available, not present in your life. And then what happens is we tend to look for that father figure to fill that hole, to fill that void within us. But we end up looking for, what we end up attracting is somebody who's very similar to who our father figure was. Somebody who's aloof and avoidant and detached, and doesn't know how to be that strong, stable, protective force in your life. And it's not that they don't necessarily want to, it's just that they don't know how. And maybe you've attracted a lot of partners that also have a father wound and wounding from childhood, and they don't know how to, they were never taught. They were never taught how to show up for a partner. They don't feel strong. They don't feel empowered. They don't feel like they could be the protective person. They don't know how to be intimate. They don't know how to show their feelings, their true emotions, through experiencing their own version of toxic masculinity, right? The masculine energy is actually very protective, loving, firm, strong. It's the container where the growth and nurturing and creativity happen in. And that's where the divine masculine, that's what the strength is. Being a provider, being very organized, being thoughtful, methodical, following through, taking action, being very perceptive, whereas maybe the Empress is very intuitive, but the Emperor is also very perceptive, knowing, aware, very self-aware, self-assured, confident. If you didn't have that growing up, you will most likely really lack in confidence, self-esteem, self-worth, all those things. And so growing up, or through your early, your adolescence, childhood, into early adulthood, a lot of people with father wounds or avoidant fathers, detached fathers, end up seeking, trying to fill that void with these masculine people, this masculine energy that don't quite fit the bill. And it's because those wounds inside of you are attracting partners that mirror that same internal wound within you. And the threes can also mean a third party situation. I don't typically love to go into that, but I feel like you could have been really hurt in the past by partners that didn't want to be, or were unable to be faithful to you. And I feel like a lot of you put up with it. Maybe you had that intuitive knowing that something was going on, but you allowed things to happen because you didn't want to rock the boat. You didn't want to drive this person away or these people away from you, because at that point you lacked a lot of self-love and self-awareness and self-compassion and just confidence and all that stuff. But this is kind of what was happening in the past. There's a lot of other people's energy going on back here, like both the three of emotions and the three of materials, three of pentacles, three of cups, three of Pentacles can both symbolize a third party situation. They both symbolize community, a lot of other people, celebration, baby showers, celebration, but like they both symbolize people coming together, community, other people's involvement in your life and in your relationships, other people's opinions affecting your life and your relationships. And those could have been really weighing heavy on you. The Three of Emotions can be even family interference in your relationships in your life. And then the Three of Materials can symbolize maybe, friends or colleagues, work partnerships, your work career, I'm getting for some of you, interfering in your relationships and sort of being really distracted, being overwhelmed with all of these people and all of their influence on your own life and not really having that autonomy to live and love independently. There's just so much influence coming in. I'm seeing like even you have these people, see this, if you turn this way, right? How the energy is flowing from here, right? The energy is braided, it's flowing into this connection, into this reality here, and just affecting your relationships. And you see even here in the Emperor card, all of these people, like all of these, there's so many people affecting this relationship. It could be that for some of you, ex-partners, or even you, there was like multiple affairs going on. This could have been, trying to be in an open relationship, but really not feeling it. Like maybe you tried to be in an open relationship. Maybe you experimented with polyamory. Maybe, there's a lot of flirty, it's not funny. I'm not laughing at you, but I'm just like, there's a lot of flirty energy here, a lot of playfulness, I'm hearing pretend play. Maybe some of you have experimented in a lot of different things, a lot of different sexual experiences as well. Like I think that through those experiences, you've learned what it is that you want, what it is that you need, and now you're in this moment of working on attracting a partner that is really going to, or a situation, depending on who you are and what it is that you want and what you believe in. But I feel like now you have this strong sense of self. So we have the Emperor, which I think in this situation has like a double meaning. It's like this moment of transformation, this moment of clarity of like understanding, this is what I want, healing my father wound, finally understanding who I want to be, what do I want to attract, the type of person that I want in my life. And then we have the Emperor, and then followed immediately by the Nine of Emotions, which is about confidence. It's about energy. It's about the mastery of your energetic self, the mastery of your emotions, the mastery of the feel-good energy that it's actually going to attract to you everything that you want and more. This figure's meditating, kind of like doing nothing, being satisfied, focus on being satisfied, focus on being whole and in love with herself, in love with this present moment. And because of that love that she's having for herself, all of this stuff is like popping into her existence. All of these really great opportunities, great things, great people are filling up her cup, not because that's what's filling up her cup, it's because she's filling up her own cup and then allowing herself to receive all of these other blessings. And look at here, I just noticed, I've never noticed this on this card actually, and I use this deck all the time, but this is a little genie lamp. She's making it happen for herself. She's making wishes, and the wishes are coming true because she's in this state of bliss. That's where the wishes are coming through, from her own energy. I'm hearing ask and you shall receive, but the only way you can receive what it is you actually truly desire from within your inner being is to be in this state of satisfaction, to be in this state of joy. Having done all this healing work, finally standing your ground and saying, you know what, I don't need all of those people's approval. I don't need their opinions in my life. It doesn't matter what you say. This is what I want. I know what I want. I'm going to visualize it and make it come true. I'm going to manifest my specific person. I'm going to, my dreams are reality. I am worthy. I am enough. I am, love. And the love that I see inside of me is what is going to be reflected back to me. And I believe in myself. I believe in possibilities, which leads me into the Two of Materials, which can be read in different ways. But with the infinity symbol here, and I'm just hearing possibilities. The possibilities are endless when it comes to romance for you, when it comes to your next big love breakthrough. It's just believing in yourself. It's believing that there are possibilities for you, that you know that what you want is coming in. And I feel like for some of you, especially with the World card that was at the bottom of the deck here, it's about making choices. Like right now you've been tapped into this energy, and so all of these really great things are coming in for you. Maybe you've been doing some scripting work. So scripting is like a manifestation tool that you can use to step into the future and write a script and imagine yourself talking to other people or talking to yourself after the thing that you want has manifested. Like, oh my God, people love me, men love me, women love me. I have so many offers of romance coming to me. I met this person and they fill my cup. They check off all these boxes. They're everything that I wanted and more. I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful for all of these really amazing blessings for this person, for this experience, for this love. It's just all coming to fruition, and it's because of this work that you've been doing, that you're doing right now. Everything is possible. Everything is happening for you, and you understand that now. And you're almost kind of, I feel like some of you are really, I want to say stuck, but not stuck. It's like, now that you have all this power. You've done this healing work. You know your own power. You're ready to receive. And you're just really playing around with this energy and playing around with manifesting things. And you're almost stuck in this, like, the possibilities, not knowing exactly how to manifest, not knowing exactly what it is that you want. Like, you're playing around with what you want and seeing what comes to you. Like, I think with the Ten of Materials here, Ten of Pentacles, it's like, look at this, all of these people, this big community working together, sharing together, growing together. And it's like, whereas all of these people, this influence was affecting you in the past and sort of infiltrating your romantic partnerships and your life and kind of like controlling your life and really impacting you in a negative way. This is where people are coming together to collaborate, to work together, to enjoy life. Different Ten of Pentacles show up differently in different decks. This happens to be a community of people around this tree really working together, spreading the love, spreading the joy, sharing in the energy. And the better I do, the better everybody does kind of thing, right? It's a community. But some of the Ten of Pentacles really show like a couple coming together for the ultimate fulfillment of themselves together and their community. So what I think that you're playing around with is attracting a partner that is going to fill your cup in so many more ways than one. And the two of you together is a real partnership. And it could be that you're also going to come together and create a business together for the betterment of your community, for the betterment of the world. There's something about bringing somebody in or attracting the right person who's really going to not only fulfill your emotional needs, but fulfill, I'm not going to say like like a sugar daddy is going to come in and fulfill your financial needs, but together you're going to really amplify each other. You're going to really help each other succeed in more ways than you can even imagine right now. Like, this is just blessings upon blessings upon blessings entering your life. But what I'm hearing Spirit say is that you really have to be clear, because I think that you're so excited to play around in this energy. You've had so much time, you've been working for so long on getting into this energetic space, into getting into a feeling of contentment and joy and satisfaction and self-love and self-worth, all these beautiful things, that now it's time to get clear on the relationship that you want. If you're looking for a divine counterpart, if you're looking for your twin flame, if you're looking for a soulmate, if you're looking for a very specific relationship, the universe wants you to get really clear on that, really clear on what it is that you're manifesting. Write a list, write it all down. The qualities, not just the qualities in the person, but the quality of the relationship. What do you want to feel in the relationship? How do you want to interact? How do you want to communicate? All of those things that we don't always think about when we're looking for a partner. We're like, oh, I want them to have a sense of humor and enjoy long walks on the beach or whatever. But we don't think about how we want to communicate, how we want to be intimate with them. Our sexual play and enjoyment, we don't really think about that until we meet somebody, and then we get triggered and faced with all these inner shadows and don't know how to ask for our needs to be met. But I think Spirit is saying, like, you have this really perfect opportunity right now to get clear on what it is that you want in all ways that you want, and believe, not only get clear, but believe that that person exists. And it does, right? And it's coming. This person does exist. You're going to have this huge breakthrough. And I think it's like Spirit saying it's going to be so much better than you can ever imagine. But you need to really believe in it and focus your energy. Not only focus your energy on what you want, but set boundaries around what you don't want anymore. Sometimes when we start doing this manifesting work and we start trying to manifest the perfect person, the universe will send us something that's good, but not quite what we want. And it's kind of not a test, but it's an opportunity to clarify. Okay, I see where you're going with this, Spirit. That person is, checks these boxes on the list, but I really want this. I really feel like that's okay, but I was hoping for this, this, and this, and this too. So add that to your list. So these people that you're meeting right now are to helping you clarify what it is exactly that you want, along with all of these other experiences from the past. Yeah. It could be with the world here that you might be traveling soon and meeting somebody while you're traveling, or that somebody's coming in for you. That it might not be that it's just in your community. I would keep your options open and look for somebody who's could be a different culture from you, have different beliefs or different experiences, maybe somebody who lives somewhere else in the world. You could meet them online too. The world card could signify that you're meeting them online from somewhere else in the world, and have like a long distance relationship for a little while and see how that works for you. But the breakthrough that you're experiencing in love is this clarity, this self-worth. When you love yourself fully, have compassion for yourself, forgive yourself for all of this, all this nonsense. You only could do the best with what you had, the awareness that you had at the time. And I feel like a lot of you experimented and tried a lot of different things, right? Which was beneficial for you. It was never wrong. There should be no guilt or shame. And if there's some healing work that needs to be done. Don't feel guilty for all of this. It's a part of your experience here on the 3D plane. But what is it that you want now that you know that you're worthy, now that you know your self-worth, now that you feel strong and secure and confident in yourself? What is it that you want now? Really get clear on that. And this is your breakthrough. Clarity, being decisive, scripting, knowing, making a list, asking the universe for exactly what it is that you want and allowing it in. And then even if something comes in that's not quite right, don't settle for less. Clarify again. Have fun still. I think, enjoy. Get to know people. But if it's not right, it's not right. Clarify. And I think that you are really strong and self-aware enough at this point in your life, through all of these experiences that you've had, that you know that you can set healthy boundaries now. You feel really good about that. And I think that Spirit's also saying that it's time to trust that you know what's best for you and that you can set boundaries. And that it's okay. You don't need to please other people. You don't need to do what other people think that you should be doing. You don't need to go along with behaviors that don't feel good, with somebody who doesn't treat you well, because you don't feel worthy, or that you don't think that somebody else is going to come along for you. You've done a lot of that healing work. And so I think right now there's also this moment of applying what you've learned. But success is yours if you want it. Success in love, the relationship that you want, is available for you. I think that Spirit's also saying you just really need to believe in it and get clear on what that person looks like. And that's what you're working on right now. This is this great breakthrough moment for you. Your sensual oracle card is Defiant Vulnerability. Growing up, we're taught that sex is taboo and shameful. Then in mainstream adult depictions, it's portrayed as robotic, typically clinical, unimaginative, and made through a violet cachet. Is that how you say that? Male gaze. Defiant vulnerability falls outside of the binary of covert versus overt dynamics and instead allows sexuality to be exactly what is, human. Action. That means acknowledging the emotional being inside the body. It means unashamedly sharing our needs, wants, and particular appetites. It means authentic communication at all times. And it means being unapologetic about voicing how you feel. Anything less isn't sexy or subversive. It's social and cultural obedience. Say what you need to say. Oh, like that's so beautiful. And I think you've really learned that through these experiences. Like maybe you were trying to make it, I'm hearing, like in a man's world, specifically sexually, and trying to appease and please other people. Or even if you're a male, identify as a male, you're a male energy, it could be that you, through the toxic masculine view of what a man should be, you behave a certain way with partners. You think that you should have this certain sexual appetite, and so you do it, and it becomes like a part of your life, but it still doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel right because the intimacy isn't there, that close connection isn't there. And you don't know how to ask for it. You don't know what it looks like. You don't know what to look for, what to see. But I think the more we get in tune with our own true nature, our inner being, our soulful selves, the more we're able to identify what it is that we want, what it is that we need, and ask for those needs to be met. And forget about how somebody else might perceive that. If a woman thinks that you're like just not masculine enough, well, then that person might not be for you. You need somebody who's going to really appreciate you and align with your needs and desires on every single level. And I think through the work that you've been doing on yourself, you're feeling more and more confident in asking for those needs to be met, in loving yourself, and even pleasing yourself when you're solo, right? Understanding what brings you joy, what makes you feel really good in so many ways, right? So that's a beautiful energy. I love that for you. Pile number 1. Let's look at any other inner wounds that might need to be healed for you. Oh, that came up pretty fast. Angel, light attribute. Help those in need with no expectation of return. Shadow attributes, acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. I think this calls to the idea of our expectations in relationships. There's one thing to expect someone to, treat you well, show up with authenticity, but when we also project our expectations that are from an inner place of wounding, from hurt feelings, or expecting our partners or other people to read our minds, that really sets us up for failure. And it's like we react to these emotional triggers, these inner wounds, and project the pain onto somebody else and blame somebody for not meeting our needs when we weren't even able to ask for our needs to be met in the first place. We weren't able to communicate our needs in the first place. So I want you to also take a moment to look back at these relationships in the past that didn't go your way. I want you to look at the blame that you've had for these partners. I totally get it. I've been there too. But I want you to also look at your own role in that relationship. How Were you able to ask for your needs to be met? Were you able to set your own healthy boundaries? Were you able to say no when you wanted to say no? Or were you always saying yes, trying to please them? When you're thinking, I'm a lover, not a fighter, or I'm a giver, not a taker. But have you ever actually been on the receiving end of pleasure? How does that feel for you? Does it feel really uncomfortable, and why? Why did you always feel like you needed to put on a show, fake orgasms, like that kind of stuff, right? Why did you expect a certain partner to be a certain way without you also being that way, being vulnerable, being open with your emotions, being able to talk about your feelings openly and honestly, without the emotional implications when we get into our like sympathetic nervous system and we react because of these triggers and stuff, right? So just look at your own behaviors, your own expectations, your own perceptions from the past. Where were you acting from a place of feeling wounded, from having a father wound or a mother wound? Where were you really disconnected or anxious in that relationship? Because what happens within us is mirrored back to us from our partner. So it's not necessarily that, yes, maybe they acted out, maybe they cheated, maybe they were really abusive, but what was it that attracted you to that relationship in the first place? What was it about your inner conditioning that made you believe that you should stay in a toxic relationship, or that you weren't worthy of anything else? So this is going really deep, but I think that this card was sort of this need to reflect on that, so that when you do attract the person that you really want, you're really aware of, how you were in relationships before, and how you want to show up differently now that you've done all this healing work, self-awareness work. You feel so much more worthy of the person that you're trying to attract, the energy that you want to attract and keep in your life for a little while at least. And what can you maybe do differently? How can you care for yourself more? How can you set healthy boundaries and release the need to be in a codependent relationship? Like, how can you show up for yourself differently in every day of your life, and even carry that into a relationship moving forward? That's a beautiful reading, pile number 1. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. I'm sending you so much love. If this reading resonated, give it a thumbs up and comment below. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please do so you don't miss anything that I upload. Thank you for being here. Have a wonderful weekend, and I can't wait to connect with you in the future. Bye. Hey, pile number 2, welcome to your reading. I'm so excited to get into this today. Oh, dog hair. Sorry. Sorry. So pile number 2, this is your oracle card, your sensual oracle card. We're going to get messages of healing and self-love towards the end of your reading. So I'm going to put this right here, and we'll get into that later. I pulled your tarot cards, and then I'm going to pull maybe one more oracle card. We'll see what the energies show and what we need to get into. And then I also pulled here's the bottom of the deck energy. When I was shuffling, I wanted to keep it and show you. So we have here 3 of Swords, 5 of Cups, the High Priestess, Page of Cups, 9 of Cups, 10 of Swords, and 4 of Swords. This is your next big love breakthrough. And then the bottom of your deck was the 7 of Cups. I know one reader who looks at the sevens as invitations. I always look at them as choices, as options. But I like the idea of invitations as well. So I want to look at, okay, what's going on here? And we'll look at this in both of those lights, I think. I don't know why I just felt the need to bring that up, but I did. So we'll look at why that kind of popped into my head. Oh my goodness, pile number 2. Give me a second, because there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of like highs and lows, ups and downs, highs and lows, ups and downs. I'm seeing somebody who's like in this cycle of really trying to put themselves out there, but feeling really triggered when maybe a love offer comes to them. Like maybe you've been really, like with the 3 of Swords and the 5 of Cups here, you've been hurt badly in the past. Like I'm hearing abuse, I'm hearing a lot of maybe for some of you, some sexual trauma, childhood sexual trauma, even other types of sexual trauma as you get older. That's really sticking with me. So I want to try to be extra sensitive with you, pile number 2. That kind of trauma can be extremely difficult to heal and break free from. And it does keep us stuck in a cycle of attracting not the right people for a really long time. And I just feel like we have the Page of Cups here followed with the 9 of Cups. So it's like these love offers coming in, new opportunities for love coming in. Like you are just really this beautiful High Priestess energy, like so much intuition, light. But what can happen with us, those of us who are very intuitive and sensitive, empathic, it can be very easy to be manipulated emotionally. Like even though it's weird because it's like I'm smart, I'm intuitive, I can see people's behaviors, but when you can see people for who they truly are, you can also see their wounds. You can also see the possibilities of who they could be. So it's like you fall in love with these people's potentials. I always say that, in the past I was a sucker for a bleeding heart, which is true because I also attracted a lot of very abusive and toxic people into my life. But I also looked at their hearts and saw these possibilities, this beautiful soul behind all of this pain. And I wanted to help them heal that and bring them to this place of self-awareness where they could really feel powerful in themselves because I saw it in them. Why couldn't they see it in themselves? But people don't change because you love them out of their abusive or toxic behavior. That's just not possible. People need to change for themselves. They need to recognize the need to change and to do the healing work that will help allow that to happen. But when you're a healer, when you're really intuitive and sensitive, you really just want to swoop in and love them and care for them and show them the way forward, but that can really work. Oh my God, the dog here it didn't come on the first pile. So I don't know, do some of you have a dog? I feel like for some of you, you might have gone through some painful experiences and got an animal for therapy. Like some of you might have a pet that's kind of like a soulmate that you use, which is, perfectly, it's amazing. Animals are super powerful and for healing. They are that attuned connection that we never got as children, and they're very loyal and loving. Oh my God, I want to cry. I want to give you a big hug. And the reason I'm saying that there's like this cycle and inability to maybe put yourself out there and trust, or putting yourself out there and then getting triggered and shutting the door, is we have the Page of Cups, which is like offers of love coming in. And you've done a lot of healing work here, also with the High Priestess and the Sunstone, which is the stone that you selected. Really stepping into your own light, shining light on your shadow self, integrating your shadow self. And And working, like here with the Nine of Cups, really working on empowering yourself, loving yourself, healing yourself, and feeling worthy of that potential partner. But it's like, okay, a partner comes in and then instantly you're like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. Sorry for the loud gasp, but that's how it feels. It's like, oh my God, I don't know. Am I worthy? Can I actually do it? Can I really put myself out there? What if I can't trust myself? What if they hurt me again? I don't know what to do. And just feeling really confused, feeling really torn between really wanting love but at the same time really being afraid of love. And so what Spirit is telling you here is with the Four of Wands at the end of your reading is to you need to focus on rest and restoring your nervous system, rebalancing yourself, taking care of yourself, letting go of your expectations of what might be coming, instead of worrying and staying in that place of fear of what somebody might actually do to you or what could happen. Just really focusing on self-regulation, managing your emotions, being really aware of your thoughts that are driving emotional reactive behavior. Self-regulation is along with an attuned connection, let's say with an animal, but then you kind of have to graduate at some point from an animal to a person to really rebuild trust. That's just how we do the trauma healing work. If you were somebody growing up that you didn't experience the right kind of love and attunement and connection, you never observed intimacy and true, passionate, unconditional love, if you didn't experience that, it's almost impossible to know what to look for. So it's not your fault. I'm seeing Spirit saying, don't blame yourself for not feeling adequate or not knowing how to be in a committed equal partnership. And for feeling triggered, feeling really anxious or running away or completely dysregulated and disorganized in a relationship. It's not your fault because of your early childhood upbringing, because of these beginnings, they have really severely impacted you. And the only way, like I hate when they say, oh, the only way to attract love is to love yourself. But also, if you were abused at some point in your life, the ability to love yourself or even be self-aware was taken from you. Your brain and your mind body cannot develop a sense of self-awareness, identity, even if you weren't shown that in childhood, or it wasn't reflected to you, like into you. And so if you don't have a model for what love looks like, or even an idea of what that looks like for you, it can be very triggering to then go out and try to find love, the right kind of love that's really going to lift us up or lift you up. That can be very difficult and feel very threatening to the nervous system. So therapy, I'm hearing like therapy for you might be really helpful, coaching of some kind, trauma-informed work of some kind to help rebuild that trust in relationships. That's what therapy, a good therapist will do. A good coach, a trauma-informed therapist will know what to do is like, we need to, in order to heal from this kind of significant trauma, you need to learn how to trust another human being. Getting the dog, getting a cat, getting a pet is really an important step that really helps you to learn how to connect with another being that's alive, and take care of something and love something. But we have to learn how to love another human being too. We are relational beings, human beings. We're relational beings. We need other people to thrive. I mean, we can survive on our own as lone wolves, but we can't really thrive in that way. There's always going to be this sense of something missing because we have evolved to need other people to grow, to learn, to bounce ideas off, to connect, intimacy, love, connection, like attunement. We need that. We need that to feel really good. That's why like massage therapy, touch therapy, it can be really healing if you've been abused, especially sexually abused. So like tantric healing can be a great practice for you to build a sense of trust, even a sense of boundaries, healthy boundaries with yourself, between you and somebody else, like a tantric hands-on healer. For a woman, it could be like, getting yoni massages if you've gone through some sort of sexual abuse. For a man, it could be prostate massaging. So that with another person, I mean, it's a therapist, but it's another human being. So you get used to being touched without being reactive, with somebody who knows what they're doing, with somebody who understands the trauma that you've been through and is very gentle, loving, and compassionate with you. So there's a lot of things that you can do to help to heal yourself and help to rebuild the trust that you have, or that you can potentially have with a partner. But if you find yourself shutting down, like wanting the love, putting it out there, getting these love offers, and feeling good, but then getting triggered and wanting to run away, having this knee-jerk reaction to run away. The candle just went out. Yeah, like it just got a little dark outside. I want to be thoughtful for a second here. It's important to learn to trust yourself in order to trust somebody else. You can always learn love, right? And develop a new love language. But if you feel like you can't trust yourself, and you can't trust yourself in setting healthy boundaries, then there's some work that needs to be done there. And I think what Spirit is saying, the breakthrough for you, is learning self-trust, learning that, like, look at these figures laying down. Like, there's a lot of relaxation, a lot of like releasing of traumas from the past, learning to trust that you know how to say no, that you can say no, that you are the ruler of your body. You have complete control over your body. There's a practice you might want to try, like standing. There's a practice where you can try meditating in a circle, like put a string or a rope or something around you on the floor in a big circle, sit in the middle of the circle, and imagine that physical string that's around you is your boundary, is your bubble. And imagining that you have the right to your personal space, to this bubble. That will help to give you a visual of like, okay, this is my boundary. This is my personal space. And only the people that I allow in are allowed to enter into this space. And then the next step would be another helpful trauma healing practice, especially with physical traumas and sexual traumas, is to go in the shower by yourself. And if you have one of those shower heads you can pull off and run over your body, have the shower head hitting certain parts everywhere of your body, like different areas of your body. Start with the areas that don't feel compromised, areas that feel safe and okay for you, like your hands, fingertips, your toes, and just say things like, this is my body. I have the right to be touched the way I want to be touched. I have complete control over my body. I can say no. I have the right to say no. And I can change my mind. I have the right to change my mind. These types of things. And then work your way to more sensitive areas that feel like the traumas are being held there. And it's going to be a huge release for you, but a very emotional release. It could feel triggering, but another key to healing this kind of trauma is you need to feel those emotions that you've been holding on to inside your body, process them, and so that you can release them. And crying is a very healthy way of releasing these emotions that have been stuck inside of you, and learning to trust yourself, that it's okay to have emotions, it's okay to speak your mind, it's okay to have a voice, it's okay to say no, it's okay to change your mind. So, I don't know, pile number 2, like there's a lot going on here. I'm hearing Spirit say, don't give up on love. Love is such a powerful thing, and you are really worthy of love. and connection, and you're worthy of being understood and seen and heard. You're worthy of intimacy. You're worthy of sexual gratification, right? Like, you don't have to put on a show. You don't have to be there just for somebody else's sexual needs, you know? But going through some of this trauma as a child, we can learn that that's what we're meant for. That's what we believe, right? That, oh, I'm meant to be, you know, used for somebody else, somebody else's satisfaction, and I'm not worthy of my own pleasure, which is so untrue. So your next big breakthrough in love is this trust, self-trust. And when we look at the Seven of Cups here, if we look at it both from an eye of having choices and an eye of invitations, I think that we're going to bring that together. And it's like you have a choice of the invitations. Look at the Page of Cups here. You have a choice of the invitations you accept. You know, experiencing a lot of trauma early on can make you more sensitive to stress or to people. So you might feel really triggered when somebody comes to you with a love offer. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be evil and treat you really bad, but that also doesn't mean that they're not going to be that person either. So it's time for you to be very discerning and decisive about the people that you want it to allow into your energy, so that you can also develop this sense of self-trust, going really, 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 really slow when you need to. And if anybody starts to exhibit any sort of red flags, you know how to walk away and say no. And you know how to to discern that that person isn't going to meet the needs that you have. So this is really about self-awareness, and I think that what I'm seeing here a lot is just like integrating all of these pieces of yourself that maybe were disconnected. Like some of you I'm hearing could suffer from even a mild version of DID, so dissociative identity disorder, where the trauma that you experienced forced you to kind of, it's also, back in the day they called it multiple personality disorder, but it doesn't have to be so extreme where you don't really remember the personality that takes over. Your brain doesn't totally switch over personalities, but you can have a very mild form of it where you do become different people in order to survive a certain type of environment, where you've learned how to, or adapted, your mind body adapted to the trauma that you were experiencing in childhood by being a different way in different situations with different people. And that helps you to survive, to cope with these different scenarios and situations. So that could be a very specific message for some of you. But either way, there's this need to integrate. Even if you do like internal family systems healing therapy work, where you acknowledge that there's like this inner child or inner exile, inner firefighter, inner manager, your shadow self, whatever you want to call them, there's a need to integrate these pieces of yourself to feel really whole and worthy, and to develop this sense of self-trust that that you are able to say no, you're able to protect yourself, you're able to set really healthy boundaries. That's sort of your next step in this love breakthrough. And to acknowledge also with the High Priestess here that you can't heal everybody. You might even identify as a healer, but you can't heal everybody. You can't change people. If you're attracting partners and relationships, seeing their potential and wanting to love them out of the pain that they're experiencing, that's not the healthy foundation of a healthy relationship. But Spirit is saying to look at why you do that, why you accept certain behaviors, and why you make excuses for those behaviors. And that's not that it's your fault. It's just a part of your conditioning from this experience back either in childhood or earlier on in your life. But yeah, with the Four of Swords at the very end, it's just like you need to rest. You need to take care of yourself, your own needs. A lot of inaction. I wouldn't say now is the time to really put yourself out there and, go on all these dating sites, dating apps, all that stuff. I wouldn't say that is something that you should be doing right now. I think right now is a good time to focus on your own worth, your own needs, your own whatever it is that you need, that you've been lacking for a really long time. Just focusing on yourself. Oh gosh, cut the cord. I didn't look at these before, but cut the cord. Let's see. As desiring emotional beings, we all have the capacity to be toxic. The trouble starts when we are caught up with someone who believes that they don't. Someone who has no desire to grow or to encourage another's growth. You cannot make these people change. I can't make this stuff up, guys. Like, you cannot rush their growth. Rosebuds forced open will only be destroyed. Action. Sooner or later, life asks us to burn a bridge or conduct a ritual to cut an energetic cord. In these times, search deep within and ask yourself if this person is restoring your energy or draining it. The latter is parasitic in nature. This isn't your hill to die on, Angel. It's theirs. Oh my God. Tingles. Like, yeah, cut the cord. That's also something that you could think about doing, is cutting the cord with these toxic energies, these toxic people and experiences that you've had in the past. Cut the cord. Ask Archangel Michael to come in with his fiery sword and cut those cords. Set yourself free. Look at her backs to us, right? It's like saying no, I'm not doing that anymore. Learning to say no when you mean no. Cutting the cords. Don't allow people back in. Sometimes when you try to cut cords with people, they somehow magically show up, and it's a lot of the times like they feel that cord, that link has been cut. They're no longer able to control you or manipulate you. They no longer have you as this option to fall back on. That is, I think, a confirmation when they do come back to say, like, look, I'm more powerful now. I'm not going to take your bullshit. Like, I'm just not. I'm so much more I'm worth more. I demand more. I want more in my life, in my relationships. And I don't, no matter what's happened to me in the past, I'm healing and I'm living my life for me now. Okay. Oh my God, so much love. I want to just send you a big virtual hug pile number 2. Let's get one more card. One more oracle card of any other inner wounds that need to be healed and addressed. Spirit, one more card. Let's see. Oh. Here we go. Martyr. Light attribute. Learning to transcend nature of service to oneself or a cause. Shadow attribute. Addiction to self-pity. Yeah, like I can see some of you, or people, myself included, with a history of trauma like this. Like, why me? Why am I not good enough? Why don't they love me? Why? Just ruminating in sorrow and pain, using poor coping mechanisms like drugs, alcohol, even if it's legal, alcohol, marijuana, and using it for the wrong reasons, numbing yourself to those emotions, which just drives them further and further into your body, into hiding, where they become sensitive to triggers and stress and all that. I mean, I'm not going to go into the neurobiology and chemistry of trauma in the body, but I think you get it. I think you understand. So we can also become really addicted to pain, to the emotions of pain, to the emotions or to the chemicals of stress, the adrenaline, the cortisol, norepinephrine. Like, we can really become addicted to those hormones and these chemicals without knowing it. And so that's kind of the foundation of like trauma bonds. So it's like these wounded connections where it's like, oh my God, I've been in pain, you've been in pain too, let's be in pain together. But then those relationships that start off that way of like connecting Carolyn Myss calls it woundology, like when we connect based on our wounds instead of on our light and on our love, eventually those triggers get really enacted, and you have these cycles of these very toxic and painful relationships that are can be very passionate in the beginning, but then turn very toxic later, obsessive and full of anxiety and dismissal, and just so just so much like that. So just be really aware of, I guess, just all of that. There's so much more I can say, pile number 2. As you know, I work with trauma survivors. I'm a trauma-informed spiritual coach, and I have a program that walks people through the healing and restoration of the mind, body, soul in order to become aligned and attract really healthy relationships, really healthy experiences. And I traveled along this path because I too have a similar history, a lot of very abusive, very toxic relationships, a childhood history of emotional neglect and sexual abuse. So, I get it. I've been through all of this, so I don't want to, I think I feel a little bit harsh or stern, but I also know that how important it is to do this healing work and to be self-aware. And I wish somebody had told me it's not your fault that these experiences that you had in the past and in childhood led to all of this. I wish somebody had told me that sooner, so I would understand why I was the way that I was, why I was showing up in relationships the way that I was, and then feeling sorry for myself, instead of really getting deep and doing the healing work and making the changes that I needed to make in order to feel worthy of the partner that I actually deserve and desire. So I'm just sending you so much love, pile number 2. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me. You are worthy. You are worthy of really attuned, connected, intimate love. And if you haven't been getting it, there's a lot of healing now that you can see that there's a lot of healing work that needs to be done inside of you. And that even the work of healing is that you're worthy of that. And that there is a partner out there for you. But before that great, wonderful, connected, equal partnership can come in for you, this healing work needs to be done in order for you to raise your vibrational frequency to match that person that you actually deserve and desire. So I'm sending you love, pile number 2. And if this video resonated, give it a thumbs up. Comment below. Tell me your story if you feel okay with that. You can always email me too if you want to chat a little bit more or send me some of your story. Feel free to email me if you want to be a little more private. And your privacy means a lot to me. Like I wouldn't share your story with anybody without your permission. So anyways, there's lots of ways that we can connect. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing that so that we can stay connected. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Hey, pile number 3, welcome to your reading. I'm excited to see and connect with you. Okay. Oh, you know what? Do I have... This candle went out. Pile number 2. I'm gonna... That in there. I'm gonna light your candle with you. And this can be very telling. So I haven't really looked too much at the cards. I did shuffle the tarot cards, but I kept them upside down, so I'm not exactly sure what we're getting into. But lighting the candle at the beginning of your reading could be really significant. So let's see what Spirit has for you. This is your sensual oracle card. It has some really great healing messages on how to honor yourself, mostly and especially. So we're going to look at that at the very end of your reading. I also pulled the bottom of the deck energy so we could look at it, because I did shuffle these cards in advance. So we have the Lover's card here, 6 of Wands, 4 of Swords, 4 of Cups, 5 of Cups, the Hanged Being, Hanged Man, number 12. I'm going to reorganize this. The High Priestess, number 2, and the Moon card, number 18. Wow, you have a lot of major arcana here. Your next big love breakthrough is like a huge transformation. Like this is a big shift in your life. Four of Cups, Five of Cups. Where can we put this? The Hanged Being over here. The High Priestess. Can you see this card if I put it there? I'm going to put that and that there. This table's round, so just... Gotta adjust the camera. Anyways, I'm not going to get into all that. Okay, so for you, pile number 3, I had to light the candle at the beginning of this. And I think that's very significant, especially with the Moon card coming up at the end of your reading here, because it's like stepping into the light, no longer hiding in the shadows of your past. I think that for a lot of you, you've been single for a long time. With the Hanged Being, the Five of Cups, the Four of Cups, Four of Swords, all kind of happening here. And I think that with the Lovers coming at the very beginning, this could be a twin flame situation that you're asking about, or that a twin flame might be coming back into your life, or that you have the hopes of this twin flame coming back into your life. I just saw 333 on the timer on the clock. So 3s are the number of expansion. You have 4 twice, which is a number signifying stability, protection, self-honoring. So what happens in a twin flame connection we have here, and twin flames, the Lovers card can represent the twin flames, and then the Six of Wands right next to it is like recognition, but I also feel like it's just like hot and heavy. Look at this sun here. So you have these two counterparts being mirrored here. They're like a part of one being, the two sides of a coin. And like so much passion, this twin flame of yours, like there was just so much passion in the beginning. Like you were drawn together as if the sun's energy was just drawing you in towards each other. But then it's like with the Four of Swords right after that, it kind of abruptly ended and forced you into isolation. I'm hearing for a lot of you, not understanding like why did this happen to me? Why did you leave? I don't understand. Like this, you could be the chaser in this partnership and the other person could be the runner. And I just see here, like the Four of Swords, typically somebody kind of lounging and relaxing, and there's a lot of inaction going on, self-reflection work, self-awareness. But in this particular card, you see her holding her hands over her face. It's like, why? Why me? Why did you leave? Why did you go? We had this passion, this connection. It was so profound, and it left you feeling extremely lost and disoriented. Even with the Four of Cups after, the Four of Cups can symbolize sort of feeling really dissatisfied with the things in your life, like just nothing feels okay. You feel kind of off balance. I've heard some people say that the Four of Cups can also be a time of learning to set healthy boundaries, learning about your self-worth, learning to be present in the moment, and saying no to things that aren't aligned with you, and recognizing things that aren't actually aligned with you, and saying no to them when you need to. So I think with the Five of Cups coming after that, and I always look at this particular Five of Cups as this release. So typically in the Rider-Waite tarot deck and other tarot decks, you have the Five of Cups as like a figure kind of looking at all these spilled cups, feeling a sense of loss, or maybe even I'm hearing rejection, but not seeing the opportunity in the two cups behind their back. And here, there's this snake, and it could be that the snake is running away from her, and you're like this chaser energy, and the snake is kind of trying to run away from you, and you're like trying to grab its tail, like, don't run, don't go, where are you going? Like, don't you understand? Like, she's holding on to her heart here. I don't know if you can see it. She's holding on to her heart, like, what's going on? Why are you leaving? I don't understand. We're meant to be together. Can't you see that? Like, seeing that in this card, but I also look at this card as her letting it go. So I think that for a lot of twin flame relationships, when you're the chaser, that you come to a point of like you're chasing, but then you come to a point of like really feeling into the present moment and accepting that this person's running from you, and accepting that this isn't the right time for you guys to be together. Sorry, I just feel like I need to adjust that. I don't know why. I just feel like I need some balance there. Okay, so that could be something like you just feel this need for more balance, and you know what? You're like, I'm not going to chase you anymore. I'm going to let you go because you love this person so much, and you know that if you really love something, it'll come back to you. Or if you really love something, just let it go and see what happens. Because the more you try to control somebody's energy and try to keep them with you, the more they struggle against it. That really can be triggering for them, and the more creates a lot more resistance in the relationship. So there's this need that you had to just let it go. And I see some of you, this could be even energetically as well. Maybe this relationship was a while ago, because there's so many cards in between the Lovers and even the Five of Cups, hanged being High Priestess, the Moon here. It's like there's so much time in between you guys being together and this moment in time right now. And you've gone through so much in the meantime. You've done a lot of healing work, self-reflective work, meditation, mindfulness, learning about yourself, learning about your own healing journey, your own triggers, understanding what it means to be human in this world. You know, like, you've done so much work on yourself. This relationship was a catalyst for self-awareness, self-realization, and leading up to self-actualization. With the Moon here, I think, with the High Priestess and the Moon here, like, look at all this Moon energy. You know, this is about intuition. This is about self-awareness. This is about self-reflection, clarity of self, clarity of the world, honoring yourself with the peacock feathers here, really knowing your own worth, having balance, the light and dark here, having balance in your life, alchemizing your pain into prosperity, into self-actualization, into this heightened sense of what it means to be an energetic being having a human experience. Like, you see it from this different perspective. You are this High Priestess, and this relationship that you had, this twin flame energy that you had in the past, brought you through all this time to this place. And I'm hearing Spirit say you should be really proud of yourself and how far you've come in this world. And you really used this relationship, this twin flame energy, this relationship from the past, as an opportunity to embrace your true path, your true sense of self. You've mastered the darkness within you. You're so attuned to the spirit world, attuned to the vibrations. And I feel like with the Moon as well and the High Priestess, you can feel, I don't know, well, maybe I'll look at where this person's at, but I feel like you feel that person. Like, you really feel this person's energy now. There's been a long time of you, I think, denying that maybe this was a twin flame energy, having other relationships, going through other experiences, and really in denial about, like, with the Hanged being here, maybe there was I'm hearing like a long time of you being in this energy of denial, denying that that person was your spirit, your twin flame, denying that that relationship was, that had that sort of effect on you. I feel like with the moon here as well, next to the high priestess, that you guys have been dreaming about each other a lot. That you just feel their energy. You feel so closely connected to them. You're both dreaming about each other. And I feel like some of you are waking up from those dreams just like catching your breath, like, oh my God, that, and not being able to shake. It's not just having the dream, but it's not being able to shake the feeling of the dream, not being able to let it go, like just, and then obsessing over it almost afterwards, like feeling like, oh my God, what does it mean? What does it mean? It means something, because it was so clear. It was so powerful. Like, like having these really passionate moments in your dream with this person. And maybe you've been single for a long time, and then you're just sort of rationalizing or brushing it off, like, oh, I just, I haven't been intimate with anybody in a really long time, or and it's just, my subconscious, or I'm ovulating right now, or whatever, right? But you can feel this person's energy, and you can feel them coming closer and closer and closer and closer to you. Maybe it's almost time to reunite in the physical world at this time. That could be a message for some of you. If you've been thinking about it, this could be a confirmation that that person is coming towards you. Maybe I'll do a reading about, what are they thinking about you? Because this really isn't about that. This is about your breakthrough, your next love breakthrough. Also, if you look at some of these cards that are in the middle, like there's a lot of fogginess. It's very fuzzy, very foggy here, It's like for a long time you couldn't feel them. You maybe even cut cords, didn't want to feel them. Like there's this haze over the relationship, over that person. And then we step into, all of a sudden, bam, high priestess moon energy, and it's so clear. Like there's so much clarity now. And I think that the both of you have this clarity that the two of you were meant to be together, and not just, for the sake of having this romantic connection, but for something really big. I feel like they are thinking about you so much too. And it's like the energy is so all consuming that that you can't help but want to reach out to them. But yeah, the moon in the dream state, like there's definitely something going on in the dreams here. You guys are meeting up on the astral plane in your dreams, and you both might not even realize it. You both might be trying to brush it off, but it is true. It's happening, and this is your confirmation. So we have the Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. That was the bottom of the deck energy. And so with the Page of Pentacles, that's about manifestations. It's about new opportunities coming in, a new beginning, in terms of, material wealth or something materializing, I think. I think that what this is saying is that this relationship is going to materialize in 3D. And it's going to happen when you least expect it. Look at her, like looking this way, looking that way, like throwing her head side to side, like, what just happened here? It's going to hit you like a flash of lightning, this person coming back into your life, and it's just going to be like, what just happened? Oh my God. And I think that there's this sense of, oh my God, the feelings are even stronger than they were before. And it's like, I didn't realize how much I actually loved you and want you until I saw you again. It's like, you've been trying so hard to ignore it for such a long time that when it comes back into your life, you're going to be like, oh, what? Like I was right all along. You are my twin flame. Like I totally get it now. I feel so passionate and strongly for you. The Page of Pentacles is also a lot of earth energy, I think. And there could be a sense of feeling really grounded in this relationship, where it grounds you. Maybe you are a high priestess. Maybe you're a very intuitive, sort of watery sign, and you're very creative, head in the clouds, very spiritually minded, and the other person balances you out extremely well. The other person is, as an earth sign, or very rooted, very grounded, very methodical and organized, and they've been focusing more on their material wealth and you've been focusing on your spiritual wealth, and together you can create something really big, really balanced, that can serve the world with both of your natural born gifts. So this is huge, pile number 3. Like, this is a big energy here. Let's take a look at this. Deep breath. The link between breathing and our sensual expression cannot be overstated. With full life-giving breath, we can activate our vitality and experience our body's pleasure more wholly. With a short, shallow breath, we are cut off from our sensations. We create a stress response and our health suffers. Action. Take a long, nourishing breath in through your nose, pulling the air up from your expanding stomach for 3 seconds. Hold. Now breathe it out slowly through your mouth for 3 seconds, letting your stomach deflate as you breathe out for a full, rich exhalation. Repeat for a few more rounds. Now, doesn't that feel better? I feel like, look at this card though. She's like, hitting the stars or just hit her. It's like in the old cartoons where something hits one of the, the cartoons over the head and they see stars. It's like this person comes back into your life and hits you over the head and all you're seeing is stars, and you're like getting all in your head and worried about what's going on and what's happening, and should you welcome them back in your life or shouldn't you welcome them back in your life, and I don't know what to do, and you're just like so in your head. And Spirit's saying, okay, take a step back, take some really deep breaths, activate your parasympathetic nervous system, and feel the true love, feel the passion in your body that you feel for this person. That's real. That is real. That is twin flame energy. And tantric sex might be something that the two of you would really love to work on together, amplifying this energy between you that already exists naturally, and really using it to alchemize your spiritual journey and really ascend beyond the 3D world and see what it is that you guys are meant to do together in this world. What can you do? How can you bring this energy that you experience together to other people even? Like, I'm just seeing her, she's just like, oh my God, like, that young puppy love energy, but this electrifying energy between twin flames is so overwhelming, can be very powerful. So it's important to sort of like breathe and not get in your head about it, to really allow your body to feel these emotions, these sensations, this electricity, and recognize the truth in that and what's happening, that this is real, that this is for, a divinely guided union. To allow yourself to come together no matter what happened in the past, and know that maybe this time, that now that you've done all of your work on yourselves, you're coming together at the right time to do some really big things. Oh, I'm so excited for you, pile number 3. All right, I'm gonna pull. Oh, that came pretty fast. No pun intended. Hedonist, light attributes, inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself. Shadow attributes, pursues pleasure to the detriment of health, indulges at the expense of others. I could say a lot about this card, in terms of when we are seeking intimacy for all the wrong reasons, seeking intimacy for validation, seeking intimacy for, neurochemical regulation, serotonin regulation, dopamine, oxytocin that we didn't get as a child, to help to regulate ourselves when we don't know how to regulate ourselves. But I think that this is coming up because there might have been something that happened early on in your relationship with this person that made you feel like that you weren't enough. Like, And then maybe you thought that this sexual energy that you had, this electricity that you had with somebody was just sex, was just that, and that was it. There wasn't anything more to it. And maybe they were confused as well. And they confused this energy that they had with you with just passion, just sex, when it was so much more than that. And I feel like both of you have never been able to recreate that same passionate feeling anywhere else. Even though they maybe tried, and maybe you tried these hedonistic ways, like maybe you know, sought other means of getting this sort of sensation back, this feeling back that you shared with this person, but nothing else has ever been good enough. And you've been indulging in all of these other things that have never fulfilled you the way that that moment with that person fulfilled you. Felt so good, so natural, so at ease. And yeah, nothing else has really contributed or made you feel that same way. And so it's been really confusing as well. It can be extremely confusing. As time goes by and you can't shake this person, even though you've tried all these other ways, all these other things, and nothing really felt quite the same. So I think that's more a confirmation that this person is thinking about you and you're thinking about them, and that this is a confirmation that the two of you are about to come into each other's lives pretty quickly. Oh, you can't really see. I'll put that there. I want to make a note again about like lighting the candle at the beginning of your reading. And I think that this how do I say it? The reigniting the flame, the passion between you. It's going to happen. It's coming in very quickly. And I think also with the Page of Pentacles coming in here, that this could be somebody, this very hot and heavy energy coming in pretty soon, like feeling really grounded. It feels really natural and good. Earthy and sensual, like really connected to the earth, which can be very sensual as well. But it coming in, and the pages the page can also be very immature emotionally, right? But I'm thinking more in terms of like puppy love, like it just, when you reignite this passion, when you see them again, you're going to feel like a kid again, feel like that former version, like maybe you met them in your early 20s or when you were a teenager, and you just feel like a kid again around them, and you don't know how to control yourself. You're like, oh my God, I'm like a grown-ass woman or a grown-ass man. I don't know what's going on right now. I just feel giddy and excited to be around you. But I get that kind of energy with the two of you, and it's really exciting. Like, I can't wait. I want you to tell me more. Tell me how this happens, what happens. Give me all the juicy details in the comments. I'm going to end your reading here, pile number 3. Thank you for sharing your story with me. And if you like the reading, give it a thumbs up. Let me know again, like in the comments. I'm really excited to hear about this, reigniting the flame between you guys. Tell me what happens. Come back, save this video, and come back and tell me all about it. Email me if you want. Yeah, I'm excited for you. This is the next big breakthrough, coming back to this person. Feeling this energy. This is so unique. It doesn't come around often. So really embrace it and trust. Also, I'm getting a message like, trust that you've done all the healing work that you need to do, self-reflection work, self-awareness work. You know how to set healthy boundaries. You know how to really love yourself and focus on yourself. And I feel like maybe before you got lost in this person and you gave so much of this person that kind of scares you for some of you. Don't worry, because you've done all of this work on yourself, and you both are coming together again, you know, with a a more level head on your shoulders. I'm hearing Spirit say, like, don't worry so much about it. It's okay to get wrapped up in the excitement, but don't worry. You're still going to be able to honor yourself in this relationship at this time around. So thanks so much again. Yeah, just thanks so much. And I look forward to reading for you guys next time. Bye. Hey, pile number 4, welcome to your reading. I'm so excited. This is your sensual self, sort of sensual oracle card. I'm going to, not sort of, it is, but I'm going to save it to the end and see what kind of messages Spirit has for you in there. I haven't looked too much into your cards. This is the bottom of the deck energy from when I was shuffling, and then we're going to just look at what is going on here. So you have the Queen of Pentacles, the Lovers. Okay, so we're looking at your next big love breakthrough. Queen of Pentacles, Lovers, the Six of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune. Whew. Oh my God, pile number 4. Holy shit. Look at all of these major arcana. Judgment. Okay. What's the bottom of the deck energy? I have to see. Oh my God, the Two of Cups. Oh my God, you guys. Above the Lovers there. I'm hearing that for some of you, you've been really working on your own business or your career. You've been so focused on your career. It's almost like you are like, I don't have time for love. I'm so focused on my career. I don't have time. But inside yourself, you really want it. You want that love. You want that connection, the attunement, the recognition from a partner. I feel like you've been very distracted with work for a really long time, and you're not allowing yourself to let go and be in a partnership. But but your next breakthrough is, I think, recognizing with the Six of Wands here, recognizing how much the right partner could add value to your life, can contribute to not only your sexual needs, right, but also your emotional well-being as well. There's this, turning things changing and shifting in your life for the better. I feel like you are so much more stable than you've ever really been. And I think that for a lot of you, there's this time that is freeing up for you that you're like, okay, what am I going to do now? Like maybe a partner would be really, maybe I do want a partner. Maybe I really want, something more, something deeper in my life. I think what's happening right now is that you're learning that life isn't just about the material gain. And maybe you've been really focused on money, focused on expanding your career, focused on attaining a certain level of success. And maybe you've actually reached that with the Queen of Pentacles here. You've reached that level of success that you've always dreamed of, that you've worked really hard for. But I feel like it's not as fulfilling as you thought it was going to be. You want more. And you're like, what is that thing that I want? And we have the Lovers card here, and then the Two of Cups energy at the bottom of the deck. So this could be a divine counterpart reunion or union coming into your life. I think that this energy, it could be a reunion coming into your life, but I think that it could even be a new divine counterpart or a twin flame energy, possibly. It could, it depends on your experiences. If you are waiting or thinking about a divine counterpart reunion or a twin flame reunion, and you've been sort of getting these signs and feeling the energy of this person coming back into your life, and this is a confirmation that that is happening and that this is the right time for it to happen. For others of you, I'm seeing the potential of meeting, for lack of a better word, like the one, the person who really fits and integrates well into your life, that sees you for who you are and really loves how empowered and strong and self-assured and stable you are. Like, you've done a lot of work on yourself. You've built yourself up. You are independent. Like, they just love how independent you are. They mirror you perfectly. Like, this is a power couple kind of energy that's coming in. that's going to be a very stable union, that's going to be very full of passion as well, sexual energy, a lot of passion and romance, with the Two of Cups there too, like a lot of romance and intimacy and fun and joy, and being able to experience all of these really great things in life together. I feel like here with the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like there's been a lot of resistance to this for you. Like this is coming in for you. I think Spirit is saying, whether you like it or not, this is coming in. And you kind of have to accept it because this is something that your soul wanted to do. This is a soul contract energy. The two of you wanted to experience something together, do something together, evolve together, build something together. Look at the major arcanas in this deck. This is a divinely guided union, a contract that you made with somebody, that is meant to move you forward in really magical ways. With the Judgment at the end of the deck here, it's like you're coming together to, I always look at the Judgment as heeding the call of your soul, of the universe, of your spirit guides, of your higher self, whatever. And that there's this really big purpose that you guys are meant to, there's something you need to do together for the betterment of humanity. And each of the things that maybe you both are in the Queen of Pentacles energy. Maybe you've both been working on your careers, on your, on your purpose, so to speak, on your building your skill sets and stuff, so that you can come together and you're like both coming together saying, oh my God, we could build this thing together. Look at how well we work together. Look at how passionate we are. We communicate really well. We see each other. And like the Six of Wands is all about like recognition, but external recognition for you, right? People celebrating your achievements, really seeing you, recognize the work that you're putting out there. Your social media blowing up kind of energy. So it's like other people are recognizing this union. It could even be that this union with this person might be really famous already, or you're really famous, right? Like this could be that they're really well known, and maybe you feel a little, I feel like maybe you might feel a little destabilized, like, or a little nervous about coming together with this person, depending on which, side of that situation you're on. But there's not there's a bit of resistance maybe, but I think maybe you've been resistant in the past, but that now this person's going to come into your life and like pull the rug out from under you, so to speak. They're everything that you've ever wanted. It's almost like I'm seeing somebody, have you seen what is it, Practical Magic, where Sandra Bullock's character, when she's a little girl, makes a list of these qualities in a person that she believed at the time that could never possibly exist because she never wanted to fall in love. But then the person ends up materializing and coming into her life. That's what I'm seeing Spirit telling me, the practical magic, like, and in a very odd way, as if you couldn't even make this shit up kind of situation where you're like, oh my God, can you believe how we met? Oh my God, I love that movie so much. I was looking for it the other day. That's so odd for that. It wasn't on Disney Plus. I have to look for wherever it's on. Anyway, that's a whole other story. I love Sandra Bullock in that movie. I just love that movie in general. But, it has magic. It has everything. Love. Divine counterparts, twin flames, like it's just, but it's almost like, yeah, when you were a little girl or years ago, you made a list of all the impossible qualities that you want because you never actually wanted to fall in love, and you went down this route of focusing on your career and being this really strong, empowered person, really successful, and you've had this dream of that, but you fulfilled that dream, and now it's like, damn, what do I do now? Maybe a partner wouldn't be such a bad thing after all, but I see this person coming into you here and just being like, hey girl, what's up? I don't know why, but I just want you so bad. I'm so drawn to you. as if by magic. Oh my God. And I just watched Sleepless in Seattle the other night. It took me 2 nights to watch it. But anyway, so I was watching that and I've never seen it before. Now I love You've Got Mail. I mean, come on. It's just beautiful. The two of them have this chemistry, Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks. But I watched Sleepless in Seattle the other night for the first time, and you know, she's listening to him when he's talking on the radio about his ex-wife and the feeling that they had together. And he was like, it was as if by magic, like it just came together and fit so well. And that's what this is. It's going to catch you off guard. This is magical. You see with the star card here, it's like, this is a magical union, and other people, there's going to be so much recognition for the two of you coming together, or the two of you together are going to build something that's going to be really well known. Like you're going to be known as the couple who does this, right? Like this power couple energy that's really recognized around the world. And the two of you together are going to really, with the Wheel of Fortune here, like you don't even know. Spirit, I think with the Judgment at the end too, is like you can't even foresee how beautiful this union is going to be. Not only for like just the connection, the intimacy, the love, the depth that you're going to experience together, but the amazing thing you're going to do together, and you can't even imagine it. I don't even think Spirit could tell you and you would believe them. Like I think with the Judgment, there's something kind of hidden that Spirit's like, you can't even imagine it, what's going to be happening for you. It's going to be so big, so profound that I think you're going to have that life, like, oh, like in the Notebook, like, you know, die together in sync kind of energy. Like that's this energy that you guys have. I don't even want to call it a twin flame energy because it's so much deeper than that. Like it's like your two angels. This is so far out there, but it's like your two angels coming to Earth to do something really big that the Earth needs so badly. You know, like Ariel coming in with Michael and like, okay, let's do this kind of energy. You know what I mean? That's what I'm seeing. Like, I'm just getting chills and I want to cry. Like, I feel like I love you guys already just as a couple together. Yeah, just wishes coming true. This Wheel of Fortune, like just things moving at a really fast pace. After, you know, time of focusing on your own growth. A business, you know, whatever it is that this Queen of Pentacles is. But the two of you, I think, especially with the Lovers and then the Two of Cups, like right there, it's both of you have been on a very similar journey, a similar path. I think when you get together, you're going to be like, I've been doing this. And you're going to say, oh my God, I've been doing this too. Oh my God, our stories are so aligned. There's so many synchronicities in our life stories. It's going to be a little bit shocking to you. And that's sort of one of the signs of a twin flame or a soulmate connection. But again, I just feel like there's, with the Lovers and the Two of Cups showing up here and the Star, there's just so much depth and wish fulfillment and love and joy and dreaming, like all of your dreams coming true, feeling so fulfilled you don't even know what to do with all of this fulfillment. Like you're just like Sarah Blakely and her husband. Sarah Blakely, the creator of Spanx. Like when I follow her and her husband on Instagram, like, or just her and just the relationship that she has with her husband, it's that. She was already a household name when she met him. They came together and he just like amplified what was already there in her life. Like they came together and they're just so powerful, and he really supports her in her business in many different ways, you know, and they support each other, and she just loves him so much, and they're very natural and organic, and you know, they don't put on a show. Like they're just who they are, and they're not afraid to show themselves to the world. It's exactly that energy. Oh my God. If you don't follow her, you have to, like, especially if you're a woman in business. She's just phenomenal. Like she's so real too. She's not fake. Like she just is so relatable and so real. She's perfect inspiration for any entrepreneurial woman out in the world. Just saying. Okay. 444. I just saw that on the timer too. Stability, growth, protection. Like this union is very protected. Nothing's going to be able to knock you guys off this pedestal that you're putting each other on. Did I read this yet? Okay, let's see. Okay, before I read it, I just want to say what I'm seeing is this person laying there and saying, just like, come and get it. Come and get it. Okay, holy fire. What? Okay, I did not look at this before, but I'm going to read it to you. Connecting with our life force means shifting attention away from the mind and into the body. And tantric practices, our creative sexual energy emanates from our second chakra located in our lower belly and inner pelvis. Heating up this area through breathing exercises requires an awareness and a willingness to renounce the supremacy of neck up logic. Yeah, like this is not logical. When you guys come together, you're going to be like, this isn't logical. This, I think both of you have been working on this energy, but maybe they're completely different from you. And you're like, you're not normally the person for some of you, this could be it. Like, you're not normally the person that I date or that I attract, but there's something about this that I just can't shake, that I know that we're together, we could be like unstoppable. Action. Research the link between the breath and arousal. Read about the energizing breathing practices found in your lineage, if known. Try a breath of fire meditation. Practice inhaling and exhaling from the lower area rather than your lungs or neck for 20 minutes. Notice how blissful you feel. This is also called Kalpabhati breathing. If you're a yogi or 20 minutes might, honestly, for that breathing might be a bit long, but that's a whole other topic. But tantric practices, I think the two of you together will really enjoy tantra practice together, but also focusing on working with your own energy. I think that you're going to need to find a way to channel the energy that you feel between each other. It's going to be so intense that you're going to feel like you need to have a way to release that energy. Yoga, breathing exercises, tantra together, like you're going to be so on fire together. People are going to notice you like as a couple, and I'm just seeing like a lot of jealousy around you guys as well. People are like, oh my God, how did you find each other? I could see you even being like a couples retreats, couples counseling, teaching people how to ignite this passion within you. Like there's so much fire here. We only have the Wands card, but like there's so much passion, sexuality, connection, intimacy, depth. And then we have so much fire, recognition, honoring, like energy, right? Then we have all these major arcanas, which this is like divinely guided and divine timing. They're going to knock you off your feet when you see them. Either again, if this is a returning twin flame, or for the first time, if this is more of like a divine counterpart. Angel, I don't know what, like angel inspired union. Look at the angels here. Yeah. Like, I'm just like, it's as if Archangel Ariel and Archangel Michael came down and like lit up the whole planet, so to speak. That's what I'm getting. Wow. Oh my God. Pile number, what am I? Pile number 4? Yeah, pile number 4. Whew. Tell me how this goes. All right, Queen. Light attributes. Radiates the regal feminine. Uses her benevolent and authority to protect others. Shadow attributes. Becomes arrogant when authority is challenged, controlling and demanding. But honestly, I feel like, this is you, the queen energy. Queen of Pentacles, queen, I'm not going to say wounds, but like archetype within you. Like you are this queen. You are deserving of this partner. You know your worth, and this partner is going to reflect that back to you. They know their worth too. And it's going to feel really good to come together with a partner who really knows themselves and values themselves and are strong and respectful and meet you where you're at, and vice versa. Like if you're, the King of Pentacles energy, king energy coming, you're going to meet your queen energy. So whichever side of the, coin you're on there. But yeah, just like coming together and like ruling the earth because it's your kingdom. Wow, cool. I love this energy for you, pile number 3. This video was a bit shorter than the other ones, but honestly, like there's not a whole lot else to say. You're just in this come and get it energy. There's not a whole lot of work that needs to be done. So this is just going to pop into your world. I might do a reading about, divine counterpart, like what are they thinking about you if you're curious. But I feel this pile not really worrying about it and just having this faith that, when it comes, it comes. It's going to come naturally. You don't have to work for it. There's no need to like go online and search for this person. It's just going to happen. So there's not a whole lot you need to do. Just focus on what you've been focusing on. There's nothing you really need to change because you're in that energy, that frequency where this person's going to be coming in naturally and easily. Like you're manifesting it even without intention. This is just happening because I think this is a contract that you guys made to come into this world together at this time to do something really big. That's going to be very profound and recognized by a lot of people. Congratulations, pile number 4 for this. Yeah, and again, like if this resonated, give it a thumbs up, comment below, let me know what you think. And then, yeah, save the video even and come back and let me know how it goes. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider doing that. I'd love to stay connected with you. Have a wonderful, beautiful weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hey, pile number 5. I've never done 5 piles on this channel before, so I'm kind of excited about that. This is your oracle card, your sensual oracle card. I'm gonna leave it over here. We'll look at that at the end to get an idea of, I don't know, are there other messages of self-love and self-worth that you might need to work on or exercise you might need to do. And then I did get the bottom of the deck energy when I was shuffling, so we'll take a look at that in a second. But let's see, we have the 9 of Swords. Move that over here. It's like the collection of all of the energies today. 9 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, King of Cups, Queen of Wands, and the 4 of Swords. I'm going to shift all this around. The bottom of the deck energy was the 4 of Cups for you. I'm going to put that up kind of like that there. Okay, so let's see what's happening here for you guys. The 9 of Swords talks about losing a lot of sleep, a lot of worries, a lot of stress and fears, and the mind, like the monkey mind, running and running and running and not being able to control it, and the mind and those thoughts causing a lot of emotional disturbances and dysregulation in your body. I'm being drawn to this spirit crow here, and I feel like there's definitely this connection to the spirit world. Maybe some of you are mediums, or very connected to your spirit guides, or even your ancestors. I'm hearing for some of you. I just feel like your spirit guides have been trying to send you a message like over and over and over again, and you're not heeding the call, you're not hearing it, you're not seeing it. If you are a medium, or you're, a little psychic or read tarot, or, a Reiki practitioner, energy healer of some kind, it might be that the spirit world is trying to open you up to these spiritual gifts. This is a specific message for some of you. But that you're so afraid, you're so caught up in your head that you can't actually access that information that they're trying to tell you, their words, their wisdom, their energy. You can't access it because you're so caught up in your fears and your worries and in the 3D human experience that, you're kind of lost in that world. But I think that a lot of us, this is a tangent that I wasn't expecting to go on, but I think that a lot of us who are empathic and spiritual and maybe have gifts of mediumship or psychic abilities like naturally from birth that maybe we've shut off, when you are so sensitive to energies in that way, you can become easily traumatized or affected by the energies of the human world. It can be very destabilizing for you. And I'm just like, even I'm picking up that, but then you have all of the white orbs all around her. Spirit is so around you, but they can't break through. And I think I don't normally read 5 piles or pick 5 piles, but Spirit just was adamant about this pile being present here. And I think that this is for a reason. If you're picking this pile, Spirit has been trying to break through your energy field to communicate with you, and you haven't been open to it. You've been very, very resistant to the signs and synchronicities and messages, really engulfed in your own wounding, your own pain, your own fears and emotions and struggles, and just not letting Spirit in, not letting anybody in. I think for a lot of you, you have been very defensive, very blocked, like just blocking other people, blocking their energy, blocking their influence, blocking their love, not believing that you're worthy of love or that love is available for you. And I think some of you are coming to this reading because it's about love. It's about, I just saw 444 on the timer. So that could be a message of, protection. I'm hearing like it's a number about stability and like your spirit guides being around you, but it's a message, I think, that they're saying you're protected. We got you. Like we are protecting you. We are here. Let us in. Let us in. Let us in. And I think here it's like, look at the spirit that you're stuck and stranded, and it's just the reflection of what you're seeing in the 3D human experience is a reflection of what's going on inside of you. You feel unworthy. You feel out of control. You feel stuck in this. I'm hearing for some of you who might be married already, but it's like you're stuck in this relationship, in this situation that you found yourself in. Don't worry, forget about how it happened. You're just in this situation. You're stuck in this situation, and it's not where you want to be, but you don't know how to go. You don't know what to do. You don't know how to set yourself free. And Spirit is trying so hard. Look at them pulling at the strings, trying to set you free. And it's like you keep wrapping yourself up in the chains or wrapping yourself up in the cords, and staying stuck in a situation that isn't serving you. But Spirit has been like, and I think maybe for some of you, this situation that you're asking about is that with the 4 of Pentacles here, it could be a financial situation. Like you could be stuck in a relationship because of finances, or stuck living with somebody because of finances, or there's something around finances, being really worried about having enough money, or even feeling as though you don't have enough money, and that diminishes your value for the right person, or you feel unworthy because there's something about your finances that makes you unworthy for partnership and love. Maybe you've struggled with credit issues or debt, and you just feel like, who would want me when I have all this debt? Who would want me when I have these money issues? But I think, as a side note, when we struggle with financial instability, a lot of the times it's because we don't feel worthy of showing up for ourselves, or if other people showing up for us. The mother wound, like if you have like a mother wound inside of you, if you had a mother that was emotionally unavailable for you, that can translate as having money that never seems to be available for you, or there's never enough. And that can stem from having this mother wound and having a mom that was emotionally unavailable for you. And so then it translates to not being worthy, not being enough, not honoring yourself enough, not loving yourself enough to feel worthy of security. And security is, translated to money, especially emotional security. So yeah, it's like you feel stuck and trapped in whatever the situation is, really worried, I think, a lot of you, about money, or about where you're at in life. Maybe even thinking, I'm this age, I should have this, and nobody's going to want me because I don't have this, material wealth or whatever. I don't own this. I don't have whatever, which is absolutely not true. And I think that Spirit is saying, with the King of Cups centering your reading here, the right person is going to love you for who you are. And I do see for a lot of you that this King of Cups is actually coming in for you. Now, I didn't really pull any clarifier cards for the other decks, but I want to. So I'm going to use, hold on, I'm going to use the Muse Tarot because we have the King of Cups and the Queen of Wands energy coming here at the center of your reading. And it's like the Queen of Wands is such a inspirational, powerful, light-filled being. Like she's creative and powerful and insightful and strong-willed, has so much joy and passion and fiery energy, really is a go-getter. Strength, which is Leo energy, which is also the heart space, the heart chakra. Look at the Leo coming in between these two. I wanted to pull for the King of Cups, but then I was talking about the Queen. So this comes up as, I think, clarifying the Queen energy, but I think it's the heart between these two people. At the bottom of the deck right now, we have 20, Awakening, which is the Judgment card. Awakening to your true potential. What's coming up here? Yeah, Two of Emotions. Oh yeah, this is a person coming into your life. I think this relationship is also, that's coming into your life, is going to heal a lot of these wounds. It's going to make you feel like, oh, and then the Four of Swords after this is like, oh, I can rest now. I can let go. Like, I feel like I can relax. The Three of Materials and the Nine of Emotions. Nine of Cups. Three of... These came out, but I didn't really think about an order that they would come in. I'm going to put that right here like that. Not that I think those are actually clarifying these cards. I just, I want to get it. Give me a sec. This union is going to be extremely emotionally satisfying. One of you is going to, and you're going to balance each other out pretty nicely. So we have the Queen of Wands and then the King of Cups here. It's going to be very hot. I think, you know, water and fire creates a lot of smoke. So, not smoke, but what's it called? Anyway, there's a lot of balance going on here. You, depending on who you identify with, the Queen energy has a lot of passion and fire and creativity, and it's very spontaneous, I'm hearing. And then the King of Cups energy person is very, you know, soft and in control of their emotions. They very self-aware, self-assured, self-realized. And together you're going to come to a state of I'm just hearing balance, and I keep saying balance, but we have the Two of Emotions, so the Two of Cups here, which I know that this is like a really great union that's coming together, an equal partnership. You're going to feel seen, feel valued, feel heard. This person is going to honor you, and it's not going to matter about your financial situation or whatever's going on in the past or with you right now. They're not going to care. They're just going to see you, and you're going to light up their life. And I think with the Three of Materials here, because this can talk about collaboration, you could be collaborating on a project together. This could be someone at work that you meet through work. It could be somebody that you meet through friends even, you know, going out. I feel like the Four of Cups that was at the bottom of the deck, it's like, it should go kind of right here. It's like, I feel like for a long time you felt unworthy of this kind of love. And maybe you've had a lot of love offers in the past, but you turned them down because you felt so unworthy. You just kept thinking, if they only knew me, they wouldn't want me. kind of thing. And so you turned your back on a lot of potential romances, a lot of potential partners because of your own feeling of worthlessness. And but I'm seeing Spirit is saying, like, you need to let that go. It's really important for you to step into your power, feel worthy, and accept the offers. Like, it's time for you to accept the offer of love that's coming in for you, because you deserve it. You're worthy of it. And to the right person, what's happened in the past with you, whatever reason you're in this financial situation, or within the situation that you're in, they're not going to care, because they're going to see you for you. And I think the Spirit really wants you to be aware that they're sending you this person because they want this, you guys to connect. You want it. You've been asking for it, even if it's just been in through your heart asking for it, wanting it. But Spirit is saying that you are worthy of it. So please accept this gift from us. Please allow this into your life, because you deserve it. You're worthy of it, and you can do it. And this person does love you. They're going to love you no matter what. And they see so much light in you. Like, they're just so inspired by you, and how resilient and strong you are with the the Strength card. Like, you're so strong. Everything you've been through in the past, you are so resilient, and they are actually in awe of you. They don't care about all that other stuff. Like, they're just like, oh my God, you've been through all of this stuff. I can't even imagine. Like, look how strong you are. And they're going to mirror that back to you. They're going to show you that through their actions, through their words, through how they treat you. There's so much love here. And I feel like when you meet, it might take you a little bit of time to adjust to having this person in your life, but you're going to be able to finally relax, and they're going to build you up with the 9 of Emotions here. They are everything that you've wished for with the genie, like the genie lamp here. They're everything that you wish for and more. They're going to big you up. You're going to feel so much more confident and self-assured. They're like this gift from the universe, the gift from your future self. They're here to show you how beautiful you are, how wonderful you are, how deserving you are. Just let them, I'm hearing, like, just let them. You have to let them in. Recognize them. I think a lot of you are the Queen of Wands here. I mean, this could be reversed, but I think this person, this King of Cups energy that's coming in, he's going to be very patient, very loving, very self-assured, self-realized. He might meditate a lot already, might be very spiritually open, spiritually minded. He's going to be very attentive to your needs. He's going to be aware that he might need to do a little bit more of the reaching out, of the connecting, of the initiating in this, the sensual department, initiating contact a little bit, because you've been hurt so much that, you are this fiery energy, I feel, for most of you. Again, it could be reversed, but you also, hold yourself back. And I think that this relationship is going to help you come into your own. And he's going to help to bring you into this state of the Queen of Wands energy, because you're going to feel safe with the Four of Swords there. You're going to feel more safe, like you have someone to come home to. Like, now you feel like you can take a little bit more risks. Now you feel a little bit more confident in yourself. And not to say that we need somebody to make us feel confident or make us whole, but we do need other people to learn how to love. That's normal. If you were never really loved or attuned to or connected with, and never admired and enjoyed for the person that you are, then you don't know what to expect in love. You don't know how to show up in love, or how to be showed up for, if that makes any sense. So in order to heal that misattunement that you had from other your caregivers when you were a child, or whatever happened, the wounding that happened in the past, you need to, yes, do your own inner healing work, but you need to learn what love is and learn that love is safe. And in order to do that, you need to experience it. I don't believe that when people say, oh, in order to attract the love, you need to love yourself. I mean, sure, you do need to be working on raising your vibrations to match their energy and to feel really good and focus on yourself. You do need to do all of that. But trauma survivors need to also experience things in order to build new neural pathways, in order to have that map inside their brain of, oh, this is love. Oh, okay, I get it now. And it might take some practice, but this King of Cups energy knows that. Could be very trauma informed. He understands that he needs to show up differently and be really patient and loving and caring and nurturing for you in order for you to relax into the relationship. But this person is going to be. This is very exciting for you, pile number 5. I'm happy that Spirit, brought me to do this reading. It was obviously necessary. Yeah. So I don't know if that's. I think. Yeah, so what am I trying to say? I think I kind of went through like what to kind of look for to allow this person in. In the beginning, when you first meet them, it might feel really unsafe, but there's something inside of you that's going to recognize this person as the right person who's going to open these doors for you, emotionally speaking. He's going to open your heart. He's the key to open your heart, I'm hearing. And he's going to be very soft. Like he's going to have a very soft energy about him, even a very beautiful smile. Like I'm seeing somebody with a beautiful, not easy smile, but just soft and welcoming. Like you're going to feel like, oh my God, I just want to crumble like a little girl. Like you're just going to feel like want to fall into his arms because he's going to feel so safe for you. And so that's something that you really haven't experienced before. And it's just going to feel very, I'm hearing, at home, but not in like the trauma survivors who feel at home in red flag situations. This is going to feel like I can relax and really feel safe in this relationship, and that's something you haven't really experienced. And so it might take a little bit of time to feel comfortable in this. There's going to be a lot of conversations around healthy boundaries, around expectations. You're going to, have to tell him your story a bit and open up, but you're going to feel safe and he's going to understand. And that's how you're going to recognize this person. He's really going to understand you and he's not going to push. So if you have, if you need time, if you need to wait for certain milestones in the relationship, he's going to be very respectful of that. And this is another way you're going to be able to recognize this person is he's like not going to be pushy. He's going to almost intuitively know what you need. I'm saying he because the card is like, I'm looking at this as the person coming in, but it could be, whichever way. It doesn't have to be that. So this person is going to come in and just like intuitively know what you need. Not going to be pushy, really respectful, and slowly but surely you're going to open up to this person, and this person's going to open up your heart really big, and you're going to feel so blessed to have found somebody who honors you in this way, and just relax. Like you're just going to be able to rest and release a little bit, release even traumas from the past. Like this person is just an amazing, natural, gifted healer. He's just going to love you, loves you so much. He sees things in you that I think that you don't even see. And he's going to bring that into your conscious awareness too. Like, oh my God, look at how good you are at this, and this, and this, honey. Like, oh my God, like he's just going to honor you. Like just so much honoring. This is a very strong male energy that's coming in here, if or it's reversed, right? So just like this emotional maturity between the two of you, and this person will give you some pushback too, like they're not gonna take your triggers. He's not gonna be offended, but he's also, I think, gonna be very aware of what's going on and say, honey, like, do you think you might be reacting this way because of X, Y, and Z, right? And call you on some of those things, those reactions, those emotional reactions that stem from trauma from your past. And then in that way, it's going to help you heal together and grow. this is a very spiritual union, and it's for a very divinely guided purpose of your own healing. I think that maybe some of you had signed like a soul contract with this person to come into this life to help you heal, so that you can release some karmic baggage from the past. You know, so that you can stop repeating old patterns. That's a very beautiful energy, pile number 5. Thank you for sharing it with me. Let's see, is there anything else that pile number 5 needs to know about this union? Anything else that, oh gosh, 3 cards. Spirit really wanted to talk to you guys today. Liberator. Oh my God, I can't look at freeing yourself and others from unmotivated beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns, shadow attributes, imposing your own tyranny over others over those you claim to liberate, ignoring legitimate constraints. So yeah, this guy's like a liberator. He's liberating you from this. The spirit has been trying to do it for a really long time, and so they're sending this person in to liberate you. And now you're going to notice, now you're going to recognize what needs to be healed and move forward and let go and all that. Like, yeah, Spirit's been trying to do it for you for a long time, but now they're sending this person in. It's your knight in shining armor, quite literally. Okay. Hero. Oh my God. Passion for a journey of personal empowerment, shadow attributes, escapism, and false sense of heroism. Yeah, you're a hero. Oh, my hero. Like, that's this energy. That's this relationship. Student. You might be a student. You might be a student of each other, learning and growing together emotionally, especially. Student light attributes humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to a lifelong learning. Shadow attributes arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. Yeah, he's like your spiritual teacher, I think. This person, anyways. He, she, they are your spiritual teacher, liberator from karmic residue. Okay, what does this say? Love revolution. Totally. Shame, guilt, and victimhood create powerlessness. But when we're in a dark place, courting anything else feels like a denial of our pain. It's true that we need to feel our despair in order to heal from it, but embracing wonder and joy is not denial. It's our way through it. Oh my God. How can this be even more aligned? Like, oh, this is such a great reading. Action. Love is strength. Oh, look at the strength card. Here, love is strength. See it, welcome it when it comes. When this comes to you, welcome it. It's time. It's time. Spirit is saying it's time now. Love is strength. Love is resilience. Oh my God, what was I saying about resilience? Love doesn't shout, it whispers. And yet it's a force so powerful that only it can wake you from life that feels like a bad dream. We're talking about sleepless nights, all of this going on. Integrate your anger, accept your hurt, but don't identify with it, for only love can set us free. See if you can counter the fearful thoughts you notice having with See if you can counter the fearful thoughts you notice having with a ridiculously loving thought. I don't even know how to just tell you that this is going to be a very healing relationship for you. Very powerful, transformative. It's going to shift your entire perspective on yourself and love. You might be somebody who has given up on love, but this is coming in for you, and you're deserving of it. And yeah, Spirit's been trying to kind of open this door for you for a long time, and so they're sending in this hero. I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night. He's gotta be. What's that? It's from Footloose. Yes. Oh my God, I love that movie. Oh, I might watch that this weekend. Okay, pile number 5. Oh, yeah, your knight in shining armor is coming. Your goddess, whatever, in disguise. Beautiful. Sending you so much love. You deserve this. Please open your heart a little bit. This person will open it even more, but like, you got this. You can do it. You're worthy of this So please open your heart and let this person in. Sending you so much love, pile number 5. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm happy I could share this message with you. If you like this video, if it resonated, give it a thumbs up, comment below, tell me how it feels for you. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please do so that we can stay connected. I look forward to reading for you next time. Bye.